refresh that. Can I delete that? Vapor! Hello Vapor! How are you doing, my man? I'm just sorting out my laptop so I can see what's going on. Just hello Vapor and Kel. Yo Craig. Yo Kel. How you doing? You okay? What are we all up to? I met you at Towing Skate Park, remember? Yes, I do remember. I do remember. Thank you for joining in. This evening I'm just going to be mainly giving this a bit of a brush down, and then let's get rid of that, reattaching a wheel, because in the last video Lenny managed to snap a drive shaft. I think he snapped the stub axle clean off, so this needs a bit of a clean. We're going to put a new drive shaft in it, and I also want to get into the centre diff, because as soon as you put on power and the front of this lifts up, all the power just goes to the front end. So I've got the old faithful silicone earplugs, they're going in the centre diff, should make it better. Vapor, love a dirty car. Yeah, this is the Maxx, mate. It's been neglected a bit. We ran it at the weekend. Must have been at the weekend because Lenny was running it. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely just covered in crap. So I will give it only a very light brushing off. It's not having like any special treatment. It'll have a little brush off, and then we'll get it all put back together once the diffs have been done and things like that. I just thought, why do it on my own? I may as well bring people along. Let's see what's going on. Wayne, hi Craig. Hello Wayne, thank you for joining, mate. Hope you're okay. Sort of day have you had? Have you had a good day? Mark, no way. Hi Craig, can't stay working. Just wanted to say hi. Keep up with the good videos. Thank you very much, Mark. Don't get in trouble at work on my account. I do appreciate you dropping in though. Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to be sorting out the centre diff in this in a minute. Tiana, Lenny just breaks everything. Yeah, Lenny does bash quite hard, but that's part of it. Wayne, I'm wrenching on my Team Associated RC 10B7. Nice. Good car, good car. What are you putting in that, Wayne? What electrics have you got going in there? And Bray, hi. Hi Bray, how you doing? You okay? Hope you're all having a good day. I hope you've all had a decent day. Obviously here in the UK it's evening now, 6 o'clock in the evening. If you're not in the UK and you've jumped into the chat, let us know where you're from. What time of day is it where you are? And remember, if you're not subscribed and you haven't liked, make sure you hit those. Mark, yeah, what? Driving a dump truck and watching videos don't make safety guys feel very safe. Toodles. See you in a bit, Mark. Thanks for dropping in. And for Lenny, Tiana, Lenny is quite literally a launcher with RCs. Yeah, Lenny only knows one speed, and that is flat out. Fortnite Freddy, hi. Hiya, Fortnite Freddy. Bray, I'm in North Carolina, and it's 103. Oh, okay. 103. Oh, no. So you're like 6 hours behind us normally, aren't you? America area. 103. In the morning or in the afternoon? Because if that's in the morning, fair play. I don't normally do 1 o'clocks in the morning. Right, let me do I take the wheels off this to start? Yeah, let's take the wheels off it to start. Let's take the wheels off it to start. Let's get some tools out. Yet again, I should have been more prepared, but I'm not. Bray, afternoon. Yeah, I thought as much. 1 in the afternoon. Nice one. Well, thank you very much for joining us at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Reckless RC UK, evening Craig, good evening my man. Todd, how are you doing? Todd at Reckless RC is awesome. If you need any parts or you're looking at buying an RC car in the UK, definitely hit up Reckless. Todd is your man, he will sort you out. And Fortnite Freddy is Derbyshire. Yes, so you're UK, same as me, mate. We're in the UK, Wales we are. Reckless, all good, brother. All good. What was I doing? I forget. Right, I've got that for taking the wheels off. Yeah, oh God. Glad I checked that, that was loose. I could have took that off with my fingers. I reckon that had about another 10 seconds on there before that come flying off. You need a pressure washer for that? Nah. Nah, not the Maxx. The Maxx just gets banged around and we'll sweep a bit off it and carry on. I've been out with the Hebeo today though. There's a video coming on the Hebeo. That's had a little bit of a wash. I'll show you that. Wander over to the other side of my garage. So, look, the Hebeo's not as dirty. This one gets looked after a bit better. The Hebeo gets treated with a bit more love than the Maxx does. The Maxx just takes abuse. That's what the Maxx is for. We give it abuse. Get some of these tools out that I might need. You never know what you're going to need when you take this Maxx apart. Might need a hammer. Might need some petrol. I've got petrol, we could burn it. Bray, I just woke up. Nice. I wish I just woke up. In fact, no, if I'd only just woke up, I would have missed most of my day. So that wouldn't have been ideal. Wayne, what you putting in that then? A Hobby Wing XE Run XR10 Pro ESC. Easy Run. XE Run, sorry. 7.5 turn motor, Savox steering, nice. That's going to turn well with a Savox in it. That's not blocking anyone's view, is it, these tyres there? Savox steering, servo, Fataba, transmitter. Well, you're going all out then. Greetings from Turkey, my friend. Hello! Hello from Turkey. Thank you for joining. No way, I don't think I've ever had anyone from Turkey join the chat. I hope you're doing well. And thank you very much for joining in. Let's get some of these off. So, this is a blast car. Yes, it is a blast car. This goes out, takes lots of abuse. Generally does very well. And then comes back and just gets chucked into a corner till next time. That is what we like. Wayne, Schumacher tyres and a 22 tooth pinion. By Court RC, DP48. Yeah, you were talking about those. Nice. This is thick with mud. Very, very thick. Karwala, Pakistan. Oh, you're from Pakistan. Wow. We've gone international today. We've got people everywhere. Gareth Manning, evening all. Good evening, Gareth. Thank you for joining, my man. How are you doing? You've joined me this evening while we try and clean off the Maxx a little bit because it's been neglected since the weekend. We took it out, we ran it through lots of mud, we've done some jumps. We done crashing and bashing, and we snapped a stub axle. So you can see here, somewhere to attach a wheel, nowhere to attach a wheel, it's gone. But it is very dirty. So before I start taking it apart, we'll give it a little bit of a brush over, nothing major. New drive shaft for it. So that's going to go in, and then I'm going to dig into the rear bulkhead, get the centre diff out, and stick some silicone plugs in. Got loads of nationalities here. We do, Tiana. We have got loads of nationalities here. Kel, when is... Ooh. I got a broken arm as well that I've just discovered. Kel, when is the next Towing skate park video? I don't know. It's whenever me and Lenny come to Towing and do a video. I've got a video probably coming out Friday. Could be tomorrow, but more than likely Friday. And that's just with the Hebeo, the sort of race truggy that I just showed you. That does some little jumps, but mainly skidding around in gravel. As for the skate park, yeah, I need to get to another skate park, or at least a pump track. And I'll bring the X-Maxx out as well, the big boy. Because we do like taking that to a skate park. Although these are the ultimate skate park basher. Almost certainly, these do really, really well at skate parks. They're very good. Gareth, all good here, mate? Hope everyone is well. Yeah, we're all good here. We plod on. Kids have done school. They're just upstairs chilling now. I've got my daughter's in here now. She's a moderator for the channel. So, dust coming off this. Might need a dust mask. Wow, that's bad. So don't show Chris this. He'd have a fit, wouldn't he, being this dirty? He would have an absolute fit. Car. I'm also a car mechanic. That's very handy. That is very handy. I'm trying to push one of my kids, any of the kids will do, into being a car mechanic, just to help me out, because I've always got old broken cars. So it would help me out a lot. I've got 3 kids. I just need one of them to show an interest in being a mechanic. And that would be awesome for me. Aled, hello Craig. Hi Aled, how you doing mate, you okay? Thank you for joining us. For anyone that's in the group that doesn't know, Aled is the sort of owner, leader of our Facebook group. Sorry, I just had a message pop up. Aled is the owner and leader of our Facebook group. They're all, my Facebook group, or his Facebook group, is linked to most of my recent videos. So if you want to join us on Facebook, find those, hit the link, come and join us on Facebook and come and say hello. Definitely. Well, where am I? Aled, hello Craig. Kel, what about the dunes in Abu Dhabi? Yeah, you reckon? The dunes in Abu Dhabi, are they decent enough? Can I get some good speed and good air off them? Because I'll bring this, and especially the big one, to the beach. They'd have a fantastic time. And if one of you, like Aled, Mark or Gareth, want to message Robbie, Robbie's just sent me a message saying, let me know when you're live, Craig, and I'll jump on. Bit difficult now I'm live, so if somebody wants to let Robbie know that I'm live, or we'll wait and see if he figures it out. Gareth, is that wide max or V1 width? This is wide max, Gareth. This is full conversion now of wide max. It's got the wide arms, the longer chassis. I still need to get a long skid plate, look. I forgot about that, but yeah, this is wide max. Lenny's is all original. In fact, I've still got, I had one in my hand earlier. I've got a load of arms. Well, I've got a load of V1 stuff. Not important, can't put my hand on it, it's gone. But yes, I've got a load of the V1 arms and spares, because this was a V1 and now it's a V2. I like it being a V2, to be honest. What's yours, mate? Because you've got a Maxx now, haven't you? And a Maxx Slash. What's your Maxx? Is that V2 or V1? I love this now, it's a V2, so much so that I'm considering doing a maxx/ conversion on either mine or Lenny's, because we've got 2 maxes. I don't think I need 2 maxes. But I do like the maxx/. They do look very good. Should we start just taking bits out of this? Oh my god. There's some mess here. There is some mess here. Tiana, hello, I'm modding. Yes, you are modding. Alad, Craig, do the spoiler mod to the mighty Picasso. Yeah, shall I? Shall I? Should we fit a massive spoiler on it? Front splitter, rear diffuser. And then I've seen a lot of cars now that they must have gone to Halfords and gone crazy. And it's mainly Corsas or, you know, the little Renault things. And they've got the one centre red brake light, like a Formula 1 rain light. Sad. But shall I get one on the Picasso with a big wing? Be funny. It'd actually cause drag and slow me down, but it would be entertaining. Mark's RC, hello! Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? How's your day been, Mark? I know the weather's going to change soon, so it's not going to be fun for you out there. Alad, no, Alad is a tool. He is a tool. He is a tool, I agree. But sometimes the right tool is useful at the right time, so... Put my dustpan and brush somewhere and go over there. Out of shot. Tiana, Lenny would be a mechanic. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Lenny would be a mechanic. It's either Lenny or you. One of you start doing some grease monkey work. Start getting your hands dirty. Right, let's dig out some of these holes so I can get a tool in, because at the moment they're full of a month's worth of mud. Can we all see? Would it be better if I moved a bit closer? Should I move those tyres that side? Shall I move a bit closer like this? Is that better? It's better, isn't it? Cozied up now. Pull my tools down. What have I missed? What have I missed, Mark? Hello, Robbie. Hi, Craig. What are you tinkering with? Hi, Robbie, mate. Nice one for joining. I am tinkering with the maxx. 2 jobs on it, not massive ones. First one, drive shaft. Last time out, Lenny broke a stub axle because he was driving my maxx. So that's going to go in. And then I'm going to dig into the rear bulkhead, get the centre diff out, and I'm going to stick some silicone earplugs into the centre diff. Because as soon as this thing lifts its front wheels up, all the power goes to the front and it just drops back down again. So I'm just going to lock up the centre diff a little bit. I won't fully lock it, but I will lightly lock it up. Gareth, shame as I have the stock maxx/ drive shafts here. Brand new takeoff I would have done for mates rates. Alright, for the maxx/ drive shafts, they'll fit the V1 though, won't they? Because the maxx/ is V1 arms, isn't it? I think. I could be wrong. But I think it's V1. Gareth, V1 for my maxx, mate, yeah. So won't your maxx/ drive shafts fit your maxx? Or have you got metal shafts in that? Alad, no, I was thinking the trolley spoiler I sent you. Yeah, mate, I told you then. That trolley spoiler looked hilarious. And if I had a welder, the Picasso would be in trouble. Tiana, can you say a joke? No, but Alad will. Alad will tell you loads of jokes. But if he starts spamming the comments, we'll have to just quieten him down a bit. We'll put Alad in slow mode. Kel, Craig, what cars are you into? I like any cars. I like cars that make noise. I like V8s. I like anything that makes silly fluttery turbo noises because I'm a 43-year-old man-child. Yeah. I'm generally a giggling idiot when we go out and play with cars. Mark, busy, flat out today, mate. And tomorrow, going to be a busy one. I'll be glad to see the weekend. Yeah, I bet you will. I bet you will, mate. And me and Mark were planning on going out this weekend, taking the big trucks out and doing some big ramp sends. That was going to be a good video for us both, I think. But we've got a weather warning coming in, so we probably might get rained off. We'll have to see. Mrs. Crash and Bash, that's my wife. The wife is watching. Oh no. What did she say? Oh my goodness, the dust. It's all right, love. You're pretty good with a hoover. You can come down and hoover up around. It'll be fine. It'll look grand in no time. Oh yeah, these are telescopic. I mean, how lazy do I want to be? You see what I'm thinking here? Do you see what I'm thinking? I just stood here thinking, oh, where's the other bearing? Because there's two bearings in this. And of course it snapped. I was like, ah, have I lost it? No, it's still in the wheel. There it is. So we'll take that out in a minute. See, I wouldn't get my hands dirty. My lovely nails would be broken. Yep. You just stick them back on again, that would be fine. They're only nails. Jeez, I don't even think I'm going to get a bearing back in this. I'm going to have to clean it. As much as I don't want to, I am going to have to clean this. Esp Solo. Hi stranger, have a good stream. Just wanted to share. Jesus Christ loves you. Hope your repair goes well. Alright, whatever floats your boat really. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We'll move on. Robbie, thank you so much for helping me with the maxx slash, mate. Much love, mate. No problem at all. No problem at all. It's good for me to get out. I like coming down. It's literally, what, a couple of hours, 2 and a bit hours in the car, down to yours. You're always very good with making tea. So I'm always happy to come down and help. Oh, there we go. So that now is scrappy. Proper did break that. So that's the first one of these I've ever broke. We batter these maxes. Mine did have metal shafts in it, but I kept smashing bulkheads. On side landings, I was breaking bulkheads for fun. I've gone through, no joke, 15 or 20 bulkheads on these. But since taking out those metal drive shafts and going back to these telescopic plastic ones, I think I've broken one. So, you know, take from that what you will, but I think the metal drive shafts on a side landing were probably slamming into the bulkhead and breaking it. Because these arms flex. They got major flex on them. Wayne, definitely going all out, Craig. Go hard or go home, RC wise that is, mate. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. If you've got a basher, you've got some, you know, a maxx or, you know, a race truck or anything like that, you may as well use it for what its intention is. And these are designed to be sent. So, yeah, I'm happy that you're building yours nice. See if I can pop that in there. Alad, bye for now, Craig. Have to get my daughter to bed as she loves her sleep. All right, Alad, nice one. Thank you for joining in. I'll probably be here an hour or two. See how I go, see how I feel, see how long the tea lasts, see how long my batteries last on my phone. But thank you for dropping in, and do try and pop back in a bit if you're still around. Gareth, I've metal on the Maxx and the Maxx Slash. Yeah, fair play. Don't blame you. I've got the metal shafts, again, they're in here. But as I've just said, I've had issues with them. Well, no, I've not had issues with the drive shafts. But I was convinced that the drive shafts were breaking my bulkheads. And since swapping them all around, I'm not breaking as many bulkheads. So maybe that helped, maybe it didn't. Yeah, Maxx Slash is V1 width. Yeah, it's a good width. I've asked Lenny if he wants to change his, and he said no. You know, he likes mine, and he likes the fact that you can put a load of power on a lot easier. But he likes the shortness of his for the rotation in the air. There we go. The other half of the stub axle. And a wheel nut. We'll put all my wheel nuts up there. Put that wheel over there. A-Tech. Hi, I just finished work. Hello, A-Tech. How are you? Thank you for joining in. What do you do for work, mate? Where are you working at? RG, way, safe Craig, how's it going? Good, mate. I am good. How are you doing? I still haven't got up to see you, but I will. It's definitely on my list of to-do things. I don't know if you saw your old man. We've been doing a few tip runs here. I saw him. I can't get this off now. Screwdriver somewhere. Let's see what's going on. Gareth, check the inner bearing as they can seize and create heat. That doesn't help the shaft. The inner bearing on the bulkhead side or on this hub side? I suppose that one that I've just put in would be the inner bearing. That one's okay. These ones aren't bad. Or the inner bearing on the bulkhead. But I'll be in the bulkhead in a bit anyway. Kel, bye Craig. Got to go. Keep up the hard work and good luck, mate. Cool, mate. Thank you for dropping in, Kel. I'm sure you will definitely see me and Lenny again soon. We will definitely be back at that skate park, and we will be sending the cars big, doing tricks and stunts, and inevitably we will break stuff. But thank you for dropping in. Oh, there we go. It does mean a lot that you've dropped in. Gareth, hub side, yeah, so you're on about that one in there. I need to get a better light, don't I, really? Yeah, that bearing in there that I've just popped back in. So I need that pin. I need that, I need that. I don't know what that was, but I hope I don't need it. Oh, I do know what that was. It was the shield off this bearing. Reese, oh, not bad, mate. Yeah, he did say he'd seen you. I'm still waiting to get cracking on the forestry, so I've been playing lots of guitar and blasting Sam Fender tunes. Yeah, mate, nice, nice. You should do this, Reese. Stick YouTube Live on, blast a few tunes out on your guitar. You'll soon gather an audience, mate. Robbie, Craig, my wife asked why your car looks like it's been through the desert. She's not used to seeing them like that, mate. No, I know. It does get neglected. Hold on, I had the Hebeo. Look, this has been out today. Look, this one's much nicer. It went out today. This is ran in the mud. There is a video coming on Friday probably with this. And look, it's nice and clean. It has been washed. So I do look after my other trucks, but I will admit the Maxx gets neglected. It gets beaten up and it gets neglected because it's a Maxx. That is what it's for. Gareth. Bigger bearing on the hubs tends to give out the quickest. Yeah, well, that little one in there is the bigger one of the two. Yeah, but when you use the metal drive shafts, you have a massive bearing that goes in here, but it's really thin. It's a thin, huge bearing. I destroyed so many of them. And I have got in here my bearing box. Yeah, it's not quite that size, but it's that sort of thing. Yeah, I think they're X-Maxx ones. So I will be digging through the bearing box in a bit, no doubt. Right, that can be moved over there. Yeah, bigger bearing on the bubs. Tiana, I like Sam Fender. There you go. You've already gained one fan there, Reese. So you do a YouTube live after I've finished here, because don't nick my audience or my moderator. I won't like that. And you'll definitely end up with people watching. I watch a guitarist that does lives. Whenever he's live, I stick it on and just have a listen. People like it, mate. People like it, and you're good on the guitar, Reese. So, Robbie, that's better, mate. Yeah. All of my others are clean. All of the others get looked after. This gets looked after. Well, it gets parts. I take it out. I send it. Most of the time, it does very well. If it breaks, it gets parts. And that's it. That's it. It gets washed in a puddle if it's wet outside. Does that count? I spray it with oil occasionally. No, I do spray it with oil every day, to be honest. Not every day, but every time we run it. So it's not, it's not rusty. Look, it all turns. Everything in here is good. Full metal gears in this as well. I got rid of the plastic drive shafts. Not drive shafts, spur gear. Got rid of that. That goes in. That goes in. Yeah, winning. Winning. Cheating. I'm not even going to take the inner bit off. I'll save that as a spare. Reese been thinking about it. Got a designated channel set up for it. Just waiting on a more reliable internet connection for streaming. Ah, yeah. Yeah. You do need a bit of a reliable internet connection. I forgot about that. I forgot that you struggle up there for your internet. Let me slot that back on there. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. So we'll offer that back to there. Is that one? Maybe. Is it that one? More than likely. Wayne, I've sent you some pictures on Messenger, Craig. Cool, mate. I'll have a look once I'm finished on here. Because if I start opening up Facebook Messenger on my phone now, I don't know what's going to happen. Because I'm streaming this on my phone at the moment. You're all stood up on the gimbal above the laptop, so I can keep up with the comments on the laptop, and you can all see what I'm doing with a better camera. Because I did do a little test run before with the laptop web camera, and it's like being filmed on a potato. It's just not very good at all. Not very good at all. Reese to Tiana, Sam's ace, isn't he? So good live. Going to see him again in June. Nice one, mate. Nice. There's something very cool about seeing artists live. It's a whole different experience. Robbie, the TLR now finished and ready to go, mate. Fire team incoming, yeah. That TLR's going to be a missile in it. It is going to be quick. Well, for those that don't know, Robbie has got some really nice cars. And he does a lot of upgrades to them. Right, I think if I can just pop that on, squeeze that up, and let that pop onto the pin, that will be good to go. Squeeze that on. While I'm doing that, if you're in here and watching and not liked and subscribed, make sure you do. It will help me out massively. Then we'll take this back off and see. I don't really like alternative rock, but Sam Fender makes it 100% better. So is that a case of, Tiana, you're not a music fan, you're a Sam fan? Wouldn't matter if he was singing church songs, you'd still like it. Right, that's all done and in. JD, hey, sorry, late to the show again. Hey JD, there's nothing like being fashionably late. Thank you so much for joining. You haven't missed a lot, to be fair. I've stood here waffling most of it and probably let my tea go cold. All I've done is just replace a stub axle on the Maxx. Now I'm going to dig into here, get the centre diff out, chuck a ear plug in the centre diff, and job done. Job done. So probably not a massively long one tonight. Be a much shorter one. Oh, there's a screw missing there. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I need to get my grabber. Get me grabber to grab things off the floor. Tiana, no, I love music. I like hip hop, rap, pop, indie, but rock isn't my favourite. Oh, well, we all like different things. I like RC cars. JD, rock is life, yeah, mate. I like a bit of rock, but I'm old school. I like old rock. I do like old rock. Oh, there's another screw missing there. How is this thing still held together? So far in this skid plate, that's half of the screws that are missing. Goofy Goob, are you going to the Bash Comp next month? What Bash Comp? There's a Bash Comp? Yeah, I want to go. Where's that? I want to go to a Bash competition. Dean, I made some dough seasoned with dill. It's no sourdough because it's got dill. How dare you assume I don't like music? Ban me from my own live. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. God, these are really full of dust. It's a dildo. He's hilarious. He's a funny man. He's a funny man. So I'll read out your silly jokes. Got you, you did get me. I'll read out your silly jokes if you subscribe. You did get me. Anyone else got any? It's in the UK somewhere. Let me search it up and I'll tell you. Yeah, nice. Let us know. let us know, because I would definitely be interested in that. If I can get a few others, a couple of others of the mates going. I can't even get a bit in these. I'm sure it's this size. They're so full of crap. Let's break out the hammer. Let's break out the hammer. Reese, when life gives you dill. Badumts. Absolutely. Well, that feels like that fit. I could have swore that these were that bigger size. But I could be wrong. Robbie, knock knock. Haha, I'm subbed, you are, mate. Knock knock. Who's there, Robbie? What do you know? What do you know? I don't even know if there's a head left on that screw. I know. For those that were here on the first live, I feel a bit of a repeat coming here. That's a good question for you there. If you were here on the first live and you saw how I got the screw out the bottom of the Asuga, drop a comment and let me know. ATEC, what kind of things would be in a bash comp? Well, I'm guessing, mate, big ramps and backflips. I don't know how you would win. Do you win by doing good stunts and getting away with it, or do you win because you broke more than everyone else? I actually don't know how you would win that, but I'd go along and it'd be fun. It would certainly be fun. I think I've worn the head clean off that. That is possibly going to come out with this. Dean, the dill joke made someone angry last night. Some people take life too seriously, mate. It didn't make me angry. You're welcome to stay. As long as you don't get offensive to people or upset people, I'll take silly jokes. You are welcome to stay, my man. JD, I had my new Typhon 223S out the other day. It is so tough. It takes an absolute beating. Yeah, I've not seen one yet. I've seen them, obviously I've seen them on YouTube and online. But I would like to see one in person, because I do want to get like a little mini basher. We have got one, and actually I'll show you. We've got a little mini basher that takes a beasting. It really does. It's so good. This is it's a HBX, but it's otherwise listed as a FTX tracer. But this is the HBX Pro version, so it's got all metal shaft, all metal gears, oil-filled shocks. It is an absolute machine. It is very good. Yeah. You win when you defeat all the other cars, but they have to brake before you win. And yes, there is ramps. You can earn points by doing all this and other things. But the bash comp is in Texas. Texas is a little bit far for me at the moment. I mean, maybe one day I would love to come and visit Texas, but we're in the UK here, so Texas is quite far away. But I would like to go. JD, it's not the mini one, it's the 1/8. Oh, is it? I thought the... So it's the 1/8, it's the same as the TLR then? Same size as that? I thought it was the mini one. Well, yeah, because the mini is the Grom. I thought they'd done like another version of that. Is that ever going to come out? I feel the grinder coming on. Yeah, ATEX sounds like Destruction Derby. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me as well. You all just crash into each other. Again, I'd still play that. Why not? It's only a toy, isn't it? It's annoying because I can see a head on that. I just can't get anything in it. I think what's happened there is the head of that screw. It's one of these. It's a screw like this. And I think it's rubbed on the floor so much that there's just nowhere to put the tool in. There's just no bite. No bite whatsoever. Oh, I could be here all day trying to get that out. There's only one thing for it. I shall get the grinder. Get the grinder. It's going to get this treatment. This'll get it out. Don't try this at home. I don't know what I have to say to cover my back on these lives, but if you're watching this and thinking this is a silly idea, it is. You're right, I agree. But I'm going to do it anyway. JD, I'd like to get one of those minis. They're indestructible. The armour ones, the Grom style things. The minis are good. I do like the little mini trucks at skate parks. Anywhere else they sort of just bounce around and fall over a lot. Right, let me close that up. Let's get this on the go. We'll put a slice into that. So look, you can tell that we're from the UK, and you know how you can tell that? Just by looking at this. I've got a guard on mine. Whenever I watch videos online, people in the US take guards off these. They're mad. They think I'm mad. Why would you take a guard off this? Let's go. There we go. And there's only a slight cut in the skid plate. Let me get a flathead. See if I can get that out now. Hooray! I am winning. Yeah, the Groms. Yeah, they're good, mate. They are good. Seen a lot of videos on them. I quite like the look of the Mojave one. The Mojave Grom does look good. Does look good. Okay, we'll take that out. Let's take this off. Take this off. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Anyone going anywhere, doing anything? Going out with your RCs, visiting family? What is everyone going to be up to? Us here, we're on an amber warning for bad weather on Friday, so we'll see how that goes. We might go bashing, possibly on Sunday, if I can get out with a couple of the lads. sparks up for it, we will go out and do some bashing. Ooh. Slightly bent hinge pin. We'll show that the hammer in a minute as well, I think. Now, can I leave all that? I really should clean this more, but it would lose its character. Mechanically it works. It's, you know, mechanically it's a solid thing. It is not a show car. This is definitely not a shelf queen. I don't do shelf queens, not in this garage. Not in this garage. Nothing is a shelf queen. Have 20 roast dinners on Friday, then on Saturday sleep, then on Sunday have 50 curries. So you're going to have a roast dinner on a Friday and curry on a Sunday. Shouldn't that be the other way around? I'm sure it should. Here we go, tear into this. Now, I was doing this on Robbie's maxx earlier this week, and I learned that on the maxx you can't just peel your way in to the rear bulkhead like this. You have to remove the whole clip off the back of it. Not that it's a major problem. It's only a few more screws and the whole rear end comes off. God, I feel like I've not been in the back end of this maxx for ages. Which is probably a good thing. People say, oh, how often do you sort of service your diffs? How often do you take it all apart and take all the oil out and put new oils in? When it causes a problem? Is that the wrong answer? When something goes wrong with it, I'll do something. While it still works, it still works. Why would I change it? There we go. ATEC, 4 days off now, so hopefully be able to get out with the cars sometime. Yeah, mate, it's always good. Make time to go out with your cars. Even if it's just to drive them up and down on a flat car park. It's very important, I find, for myself, you know, to get out. I do it. Winter's difficult because obviously it goes dark early, it's always cold and wet. But I'll take any opportunity I can. That if I've not been out for a couple of days with an RC car and my wife wants to go shopping, goes to Co-op or wherever, I'll say to her, yeah, I'll take you in the car, and while you're shopping, I'll sit on the car park and just razz a car around, up and down, run half a battery out, even if you just take a couple of lipos on a storage charge, just to get out, just to run them. And I think that's not for the cars, that's for me. The cars don't need running every few days, they'll quite happily sit there, but I sort of get itchy feet if I've not been out and played with a car. Has to happen. Has to happen. Tiana, it's not illegal to have 20 roast dinners on Friday, is it? Nope. As long as some of them are lamb. then we're all good. I will join in. JD, bash on Saturday. Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Why not? Take him out for a bash. Harry, what you doing, mate? Hello, Harry. Thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to have you here, my friend. I am at the moment just taking this last screw out, and hopefully I should be into the rear bulkhead of this Traxxas Maxx. And I only want to get into the rear bulkhead because I want to get at this. Come on. Oh, I might just have to take a couple of screws out of that centre skid. I want to stiffen up the centre diff because the centre diff is very loose. And I like it to do massive wheelies and be able to hold the wheelie for as long as I want. And at the moment, as soon as the front wheels come up, loads of power goes to the front end and it wants to drop back down again. So the mission I'm on at the minute is to get into this and get this centre diff thickened up a bit. But I have already done a stub axle, because in the last video when we went out with the X-Maxx and this, we crashed this and broke a stub axle. So that is what I'm on at the moment. Chris with a C, evening dudes. Hello, Mr. Chris. How are you doing, mate? Thank you for joining in. It is a pleasure to have you here while you watch me work on my absolutely top spec Maxx. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like showroom condition. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, I'll tell you what I have just discovered is that bearing is a goner. I don't know how long that's been gone. It's still been running though. It hasn't caused me a problem. I think I've been lucky that hasn't caused me a problem. Yeah, this is really loose. I don't know what's happened in here, but there's no oil anywhere, so the oil hasn't gone out. Maybe it's just gone thin. I don't know, can oil go bad? Because it used to be okay. Oh, have I got one of these bearings? Because I'm going to need one. I'm going to need one. Let's take that pin out so I don't lose that pin. That can go there. And for the process of what's going to go on now, I'll just move this to give me some space. Put that down there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That is not good. That one's not good. We'll put them over there. What did I just do with the pin? I took the pin out so I didn't lose it, and now I've lost it. There it is. There is the pin. I will put that in that bearing so we don't lose that. Let's have a bit of a clean here. There's my brush. Have a bit of a clean. What's been going on? Tiana, my favourite YouTuber, Chris joined. Hey. Yes, she does go on about Chris with a C. He's my favourite YouTuber. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. How are we all? Thanks, Tiana. Hope you're well. We all know that's a lie. You treat it like a sledgehammer. I do treat it like a sledgehammer. It does get abused. As I say, mechanically it gets everything it needs. But to look at it, I don't care if it's different colours. I don't care if it's got odd screws. As long as it runs and mechanically it is sorted, that's all that matters for the Maxx. As I've said, Chris, I'll show you because I've showed the others. I've been out with the Hebeo today, and look, it's clean. I brought it back, I give it a bath. So the Hebeo does get looked after more. The Maxx is sat over there, that's relatively clean. Although that hasn't been washed, that was just brushed down. Where did I get to? Where did I get to? ATEC, would it work removing the centre diff and having one long prop shaft? Let's have a look. Would that work? Would it be feasible? I mean, technically, yes, I suppose, but you would still need, yeah, you'd need like a carrier to carry the centre shaft, but then your handling would be a bit off. Because I don't want to lock the centre diff. I mean, yeah, technically that would work, but it would mean redesigning a lot of things. I think you're better to have the centre diff. It makes sense to have the centre diff in it. But yes, I suppose technically you could just lock it out all the way through like a crawler. Who's that? 202. Nice RC car. Thank you for joining. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for your comment. Nice RC car. Well, which one? Because this one that I'm working on at the moment, it's a good RC car, but it ain't pretty. But it is very, very good. It is very good. Nice RC car. Chris, I went to the shed to calibrate the MT410 tonight and forgot I've got it geared for 4S. Spun the wheels up, lost my hold, sent the wheels to space and burnt my arm on a tyre. Bloody hell, mate, no way. Yeah, they're a bit lethal if you try and like just hold them with one hand and throttle them. They will try and turn around on you. Hope you're all right. Tiana, oh, I'm sorry. You're my favourite basher YouTuber. Yeah. That'll do. I'll take it. I'll take that. Chris, nothing to see here. Lol, walk of shame back to the house. Bray, I'm back. Hey Bray, good to have you back. Chris, the Hebeo just helped my OCD brother. Awesome stuff. Nice. See, the Hebeo's looked after. I like the Hebeo. I mean, I like the Maxx, but different, totally different trucks. Different trucks for different things. What was I doing? Centre diff. Stand here and just chat, forget where I'm going. Bray, hi, remember me? Hi, Bray. Yes, Bray, you were here earlier, weren't you? Or before? I'm sure we've said hello to Bray before. Pleasure to have you. Thierry, good evening. Here is France. Hello. Hello, France. It's like, yeah, go on. Tell me what it is. The song contest. Hello, France. Hi, Thierry. Nice to have you back, mate. Nice to have you back. Bray, yes. See, I do remember. Eurovision, yes. Thank you, Mrs. Crash and Bash. I knew she would know. It's like Eurovision, yes. Yeah, massive Eurovision fans there. My wife, Mrs. Crash and Bash, she does like Eurovision. I tend to just sit next to her while she watches Eurovision with my headphones in, watching RC stuff on my phone. drinking beers most of the time. Tis like Eurovision. Right, what am I going to find when I open this up? Is it even worth me opening this up? Or should I look for a bearing first? Because all the others are okay. It's that one. I need that bearing. Do you see that? Yeah, just about. I don't know if comments are affecting you or not. That bearing is the one I need. Shall I pull up my spares tub? Now, if you're the sort of person that has all your bearings marked out in labelled things for what size they are in a very orderly fashion, I say fair play to you. I am not that sort of person. But what I have got is an old ice cream tub full of new bearings and bits and bobs. See, there's a bearing. They're not bearings. There's some bearings. So all I've got to do is just work out what I'm supposed to be doing here. I can't wait to go to France. I'll buy you some RC cars when I go. Awesome. I'll have whatever you're buying. I won't say no to RC cars. Not at all. There's some nice bearings in there, but they're the wrong ones. Chris, right, I'm meant to be having a non-RC night, dude. Love you, man. Looking forward to catching up, and I'll ring you tomorrow, buddy. Awesome, Chris. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, give me a bell, mate. We'll sort out one of these, me and you, if you're up for that. We'll have a chat together and get a few people in, and I'll stand here and bodge something. But most definitely, mate, thank you for dropping in. Have a good evening. Enjoy your evening. Okay, still on the bearing hunt. Ooh, that one looks promising. Ooh, where does it go? Does it go on there? Does it not fit over? Oh no, it's the wrong one. It's that one. Oh, I got excited then. I was looking for the wrong one. It's not them. It's bigger than them. So it's not that size. It's a bigger size. You watch. I'm going to have every size going apart from the one. Peel, once a legend, always a legend. Hope you're okay, mate. Mate, Peel, nice one, dude. Haven't spoke to you in a long time. There we go. You've been good luck for me, Peel. As soon as you came in, I found the bearing that I needed. So there we go. I can get all this put back together. That can be chucked in the bin. These can be chucked back in the spares box. Well, before I get too excited, it's going to go... Where does it go? There. Yes! It's the right one. Nice one for dropping in, Peel. Really nice to have you here. Me and Peel used to play online mobile games. For years we played that, and through COVID it kept everyone going, and it was a good thing to do actually. It kept us all busy and chatting, and it was a weird time, but it really did help. And unfortunately that game sort of died off and we all just stopped playing it. But it's really nice to have you here, mate. I hope you're doing all right. How's your kids and your missus? JD, I'm also in France. Are you, JD? Why did I think you were in the UK? I thought JD was in the UK. Fair play. Proper international. Peel, I'm just that good. You are, mate. You're a good man. JD, Thierry, where are you from? He'll have to tell you. He's from France, I know that. He drops in all the time. He's a good man. You invited me over to France, remember? Oh, yeah, I do remember being invited over to France. And Mark, the other guy, has told me we can go to Canada and go and play. I thought Thierry had invited me over. Tents in the field, yes. I remember tents in the field. Like camping, yeah, because we'd spoke about camping, and I do sort of camping in my car and that when we go out. Yes, I remember now. My memory ain't what it used to be. Can you hear that? Someone's smoke alarm's going off. It's not mine. I'm okay. We're not on fire. It's fine. Tents in the field, Thierry. I have a blue Traxxas Ultimate. Yeah, mate. The Ultimate X Max or XRT? Jason, hey, I'm currently in my garage fitting a Taylor engine to my Lossy 5T. That's a proper RC car. Thank you for joining us, Jason. I am currently also in my garage playing with this centre diff. It's not as exciting as a Taylor RC engine though, is it? Those Lossy 5Ts are epic. I've got a video on the channel that me and Lenny went out. It was with Wayne. I don't know if Wayne's still here or not. He's got a Lossy 5T. And we went out with a couple of maxxes, the Hebeo, the Asuga, massive ramp. And Wayne came over with his Lossy 5T. And we were trying to encourage him to send it up the ramp. But sensibly, he didn't listen to us. Because you definitely shouldn't be sending them up a ramp. But we would have, because this is why I don't have one. Because if I did, it would go up a ramp. Thierry Lyon, 69, France. Guessing that's where he's from. Yeah, my daughter's going to France in October. Going to Disneyland. Maybe we should all come over. And we'll all have a big meet-up. We'll do Crash and Bash on tour. No, Crash and Bash goes international. There you go, you two now know where each other is. Are you close to each other, or? I know nothing about French sort of geography areas. Yeah, there's Tiana, that's my daughter. She's off to Disneyland, Paris, sightseeing and theme parks for, is it 4 or 5 days in October? So she is very excited about that. And then I think next year, my son's going as well, Lenny. 4 or 5 hours-ish, alright, so not exactly local then. Not exactly local. Although if you both met up somewhere in the middle, it's only a couple of hours away. You 1 hour from Paris. See, that's doable. What would they say about a bunch of RC cars blasting around the tower area there? I'd imagine security's quite high. Oh, 4 hours from Paris. Yeah, that's a bit different. Also, there is still oil in this. There's still gloopy oil in there. It's just not thick enough. So let's do the old silicone earplug trick. Silicone earplug. Let's get it warmed up. We'll get it in there. Get this in there. Get it all put back together. And then job done. Shall I pour myself a cup of tea? That'd be the proper thing to do, I think, at this stage, is pour tea. Most definitely. Let me move over here. See what we got going on. I can't read the comments from this far away. Not even my glasses are that good. I do prepare tea though to come down. See, I do think ahead slightly. Let's pop that on. Close that down. And come back over here. Complicated. I don't understand. I don't understand. I know how to tell the time in French, so hopefully I'll survive there. You don't survive on telling the time, Tiana. I went to Germany and the only things I learnt was how to order chips, pizza, beer and buy fags, cigarettes at the time. Because I smoked. I don't smoke anymore, but at the time those were the things I needed. That's what I learnt in German and I survived. I survived on pizza, chips, beer and cigarettes. Reese, RG, reminds me of back down the farm, mate. Always a cuppa nearby, eh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, mate. The location might be different, but the man is still the same. Can't do anything without tea. Well, you can, but you'll do it better with tea. Always better with tea. Would you try golden syrup in the diff? Would I try golden syrup in a diff? No. I mean, if you had nothing else, absolutely nothing else, then I suppose it's better than nothing. But doesn't golden syrup just go like more runny when it's warm? Because if that's the case, it would heat up and then just not be thick anymore. So you would lose that diff action. So yeah, would I use it if I had to? If there was no other choice, yes, I probably would put golden syrup in a diff. But I wouldn't recommend it. What I have done in a pinch when I've had nothing else is I've used blue tack. Just normal blue tack that you stick posters and stuff up with. I have used blue tack in a diff. And it does work. But again, same thing, gets hot, goes a bit thin. And then when you do open it to put proper oil in or an earplug, it stinks. I don't know why. But blue tack, when you've heated it up and it's done diff things, you'll take the gear off your diff and oh my God, the smell. Make you gag, it's awful. It is awful. Tiana, ooh, I wouldn't try that. Yeah, it'll be alright. As long as you're not planning on eating the golden syrup afterwards, you'll be fine. Mrs. Crash and Bash, leave my kitchen cupboards alone. Yeah, you're alright, my love. I've got plenty of things down here that I could use when times get hard. Or I just wait till she's at work and then pinch things out the kitchen. Like the scales that are still down there. I do have the kitchen scales. Because I was weighing motors. ATEC, yes, good thinking. Yeah, it's just... I mean, technically it would work, I suppose. Okay, I think that's about as pushed in as it's going to get. We'll see what squeezes out in a minute. In fact, I might just peel a bit off because it's messing up with the seal. It's messing with the seal. There we go. Find the holes. Poke, poke, poke. I've lost that hole. There's that one. Wayne, what about milliput? Yeah, remember that stuff? Yeah, milliput. God, you have not even heard anyone mention milliput for years. Yeah, it might work. Might work. I'm sure people have tried all sorts in diffs. And normally, I wouldn't agree with trying to sort of lock up diffs at all. Not unless you're crawling, of course. If you're rock crawling, then yeah, it's different. But normally, it's not a good idea. Like on the X-Maxx, I definitely don't want my X-Maxx centre diff locked because it caused me problems. It was locked, and I had nothing but problems with the diffs because they were always locked. and now we've got a conversation going on in French. Look, lads, you're more than welcome to have a chat, but I'm not going to attempt to read out what you've wrote because I'd only embarrass myself. But yeah, feel free. But I'm not ignoring your comments. I can see them, but out of having at least a little bit of self-respect, I'm not going to embarrass myself and try and read that out. Don't think milliput is still going. I think it was based in Dol. Was it really based in Dolgellau? No way. JD, please attempt to read. Oh, mate, I didn't. Where's a cloth? I didn't even do French in school. I done German in school, so I have no idea. No idea. Where was it? Let's have a look. J'ai du mal. Oh, it's gone. J'ai du mal something. Where's the other bit? Mercy. Mercy? Okay, mercy. I know that. Thanks. Is it thanks or please? I said I know it, and then I thought, well, I don't know if I do know that, actually. I doubt myself. Doesn't pay the girl mean Wales? Does it now? Well done, Tiana. Say, school does do something for her. Milliput is still going. A few of my mates work in the factory. No way, Reese. Milliput. Not heard of it for a long time. Now we're having a conversation about the stuff. Good stuff, though. Do you know what might work in a diff? Oh no, it goes hard. Yeah, I mean, it'd lock it up. Is window putty. Yeah, milliput. But you get the linseed oil. The linseed oil putty that I used to work into glazing when I was doing carpentry. We'd use linseed oil putty to fit windows. Tiana, I'm fluent French now. Yeah. Yep. I'm sure you are. Yeah. Yeah, my mate, it's still in Dol. There we go. We still have something going locally. I didn't even know milliput was from round here. No idea. Still in Dol. Goofy, have you ever driven a Stampede RC car? No. No, I haven't actually driven a Stampede. I do have, let me get it for you, I'll show you. I do have a Slash, but I have not driven a Stampede, and I did have a Rustler. So yeah, the Rustler, the Slash, the Stampede, they're all kind of the same. But yeah, so no, I've not driven a Stampede, but I have driven a Rustler, a Bandit and a Slash. This one's a 2-wheel drive one, but I did have a 4-wheel drive one as well. I do like the Slash. The Slash is a very cool car. I wanted it purely because it was rear-wheel drive, and then somebody actually donated that Slash to my channel for free. It had sat doing nothing for years and years and years in their garage, and they asked me would it be any use to me, and I said yeah, I'll get it running. So I did, and then it burst into flames, which again there's a short on my channel. So if you're subscribed and you go to my channel, you can have a look through. You'll see a short where the ESC in that Slash goes up in flames, smoke and fire. J'adore. What's milliput? Google it. I wouldn't say you were fluent French. No, I'm definitely not, mate. I am definitely not. I'm barely fluent in English. Never mind anything else. That's awesome. I have mine, but my axles keep breaking even though they are metal. I have an upgraded engine too. Oh God, you're breaking the metal ones. That takes some doing. But yeah, normally when you upgrade, things do break a bit easier, unfortunately. That is the way. Is that any tighter? Now that's all back together. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's better. That is much better. Right. So now it's just a case of putting all this back together and then doing a little test in the garage. I thought I'd lost my tea then. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Get it all back together, do a little test. Now, in the last live stream, or the one before last, once the car was fixed and all back together, I tested it by doing a backflip off the Welsh dresser behind me with the X-Maxx. So if the X-Maxx can do a backflip in the garage, I'm sure the Maxx can do one too. But the Maxx might just need a little bit of help to do it. A little bit of help. So we'll get like a little kicker ramp for it. Okay, let's put all this back together then. So that's all good. That bearing's good. That bearing's brand spanking new. So that's good. Have I missed anything? JD, I'm actually Welsh. Moved over here when I was 6. No way. So where in Wales did you grow up? Well, I say grow up. If you were 6 when you moved over to France, where did you live in Wales? Can you remember? North, south? We're sort of mid Wales. We are. Wayne to RG. Nice one. Thanks for the correction. Yeah, it's all good. I don't know what that says, Thierry. Something about a max slash. you love the max slash. Reese, all good, Wayne. Tiana, is Millie put a plumber brand? Haverfordwest. Oh, you were from Haverfordwest. Right, where is this? Let's get this back up. This won't take me long to get all this back together. And then I think, yeah, I'll have a storage charged battery. It'll be enough on storage. And we'll see if we can hit a backflip in the garage. Why doesn't that seem to be sitting down right? Why does that not want to sit down properly? Let's pop this back on. Ooh, let's pop that back on. Is that okay? There's a little bit of play in this. It spins nice, but there is a little bit of play. I wonder if it would be worth seeing if I've got a new bearing for that. Right, I don't think I've got this screwed down enough. That's what I think, because it's not sitting in the bulkhead properly. Give these a couple more turns. Thierry, 4 or 6S? What, in a max slash? Well, this max is, this is 6S ready. I could do 6S in this. I don't normally, because it's nuts, as you know. 6S in one of these. Absolutely crazy. Crazy stuff. Let's try and tighten them down just a bit more. Just a touch more on each one. Get it to fit better into this bulkhead. The general max slash is 6S. Yeah, normally, Wayne, they do come, they're 6S as standard, aren't they? The max slash. But mine is just a max. But mine is 6S ready. I have ran it on 6S a good few times. It is just very unnecessary. I see quite a lot of people online and they complain about the Maxx being 4S and they're like, oh, it should have been a 6S truck out the box, but I disagree. I don't think this should be a 6S truck out the box. 4S is more than enough for this. Otherwise you will cause yourself problems. Any more than 4S, and it does tend to want to kill itself. Okay, there we go. That's that all on. We'll get all this buttoned back up. Mini Maxx is good. Yeah, apparently so. They do look good. Again, there's a lot of YouTubers that are going to the extreme with them and they break. But as with anything, if you overpower it, stuff breaks. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I think at some point, if I can come across a decent deal on a Mini Maxx, I would get one just for the sake of having one really. And then I've got the X-Maxx, 2 Maxes. I've got a V1 and a V2, and then the Mini Maxx. And then I would have to get a Maxx Slash. And then I'd have the whole collection then. Definitely that needs doing. Wayne, your Max Craig power. Yeah. Yeah. I am from the Max Power era as well. Back in the 90s and the noughties. I was one of those youths that drove round in a Fiesta and then a Ford Escort with a big exhaust on it and lowered suspension and a stereo that was worth more than the car. It's just what we did, isn't it, back in the day? Us old boys now. And now I drive around in a Citroen family bus. Because it's comfortable and reliable. Funny as. Okay, this is all going nicely. You get that feeling that you've forgotten something. Why can't I get that to turn? What's happened? What has happened? I want to hear it turn. If I don't hear it turn, it's going to make me think something's up. Oh no, there we go. It's fine. It is fine. We'll carry on putting these screws in. JD, going to get some food. See you later, guys. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us, JD. It's a pleasure to have you here. And we hope to see you soon. Enjoy your food, mate. Enjoy your food. I'm just going to carry on putting screws into this. Try and pull off a backflip. And then be gone myself. Wayne, I was around when Max Power was printed. I was around when Max Power was printed, made up for it. 2 Mark II MR2s, then a Mazda MX-5 Mark II. Nice. Yeah, I had my Fiesta was the XR2 and my Escort was the XR3i. Yeah, those little Fiestas were cool. I liked it. Big chunky bumper, loads of fog lights in it. Proper little car it was, proper. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing a screw. That one was at the skid plate. There it is. There it is. Get that one back in. Your dad had an XR3i. Gotta love them, mate. Love them. Absolutely love them. I nearly bought a Mark IV RS Turbo. You know, back in the 90s, it was cheap. It was only a couple of grand or whatever it was. Somebody was selling it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that, definitely. And the guy told me to go and get an insurance quote on it. And then if I still want it after having an insurance quote, go back to him and he would sell it me. So I went and got an insurance quote. And do you want to have a little quick guess at how much? I think I was 19 at the time, 19-year-old me, living in the Midlands on a Mark IV Escort RS Turbo. I'm sure he was only going to charge me like 2 grand or 2,200 or something ridiculous. And it had work done to it as well. Do you know what the insurance quoted me? 8.5 grand. It's like, what? I'm not paying that. So I drove around with no insurance. No, I didn't. I didn't buy the car. Yeah, £8,000. I was like, wow, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. Thierry, yeah, my French isn't getting any better. I'm sorry, Thierry. I understand what Facebook is. Wayne had the cloverleaf alloys on a 5-door Escort diesel estate 1.8. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nice wheels then, those cloverleafs. I had pepper pots on my Fiesta. Everyone wanted pepper pots. I know that. And that was cool. I had pepper pots. On my little Fiesta. Right, let me see if I can line this up. Can I line that up with that? Well, it came out, so it's going to go back in. Don't know how, but it's going to. It is going to. Try getting our cars now. I looked at a modified Turbo Mark II, MR2, sorry, last night. One was 22,000. No way. The last MR2 was modified and it cost me 454 fully comp from Adrian Flux. Yeah, I've been insured with Adrian Flux. They do decent deals. I had a Mini Cooper, Adrian Flux insured. They were good. My insurance now is next to nothing, but look what I'm driving. Come on. Well, I'm going to have to take that off Arlo now to get that in. How did it come out? Oh, I suppose the diff came out. Okay, we'll pop that back in first. We'll pop that back in. Clear this out. Clear that out. Get the red one. Take this out. Take that little pin out. I'll let you lot look after that, don't lose it. And then line these up. Because these maxx shafts, not only are they splined, I mean keyed, they have to line up exactly. You can't just put them in any old how. Makes life difficult. There we go. Pop that back in, tighten that back down. It's only into the plastic, so I don't need to worry about they tried to screw me on my Mazda MX-5 bog standard. It was nearly 500 quid, so they lost my custom. Yep, don't blame you. I don't blame you, mate. Unfortunately, nowadays you don't get rewarded for being loyal to your insurance company. I had to convince my mom to leave her insurance company. She'd been with Churchill for years, and I mean years and years and years. And there was the one day I said to her, well, how much, she said, well, my renewals come through and it's more expensive than last year. I said, well, that's not on, Mum, have you tried to get other quotes? And she was like, no, it's, I've always been with Churchill, so, I'll stick with them. So I went online and I got her a quote, and it was hundreds of pounds cheaper for the same car, same address, everything, just with a different company. So she phoned them up and said, look, I've had this quote, I can get this car insurance at like half the price of what you want to charge me. And they basically told her, well, go on then. And she'd been with them like 20 years. Yeah, you get nothing for being loyal now, unfortunately. Car insurance can be an absolute minefield. I don't understand it. There's people that are much cleverer than me. This is going back in, I don't care. The screw that I cut a slot in with the grinder. Good screw that is, it's going back in. And the carpenter in me is going to want to line this cut up with the cut in the skid plate. Because that's what I do on door hinges. So it's got to go back in where I had the grinder on it, and it's got to line up like that, because we don't want it to look odd. So there we go, that's that in. And we'll just pop this one back in there. Because that's that in. Wind this out a bit. Make sure this goes in. Drop this in. So what are we doing? How are we all doing? Are we all okay? What's happening? So they lost your customer. Yeah, they don't care, mate. They only want your money. Yep. Well done doing that screw. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be that screw. There's nothing wrong with the screw. It was only the head. Dean, Dean's back. We've got to watch Dean. I frickin' drank all the half and half. You drank all the half and half? There we go. Look, my grinder cut screw. You can't even see it. Look at that. It's blended. It's perfect, that is. Perfect job. Yeah, the mesh is fine. So is that it? Am I done? Is that all back together? So we find the controller, stick a battery in it and power it up with no wheels on. See what happens. Then we'll chuck wheels on it. Then I'll do a backflip. Then I'll say bye and we're done. Yeah? Sounds like a plan. Let me find the controller. Let me find the controller. I believe that is it. There's the controller. Let me get a battery. This one, we'll take this one off the charger. Because I ran this one today in the Hebeo. So I've just balance charged it. So should have a little bit of power in it. You will fit. Squeeze it in. Put that in. Dean, looks like that could use a washing. Yes, it could, Dean. You are right. And in fact, this is cleaner now. You should have seen it when I started. No, this is the Maxx. This is my abuse truck, and it does take abuse. I'm not shy to send this wherever and kill it. I've got my other trucks that are nice, that are kept in... I mean, this is in good mechanical working order. That's what I've been doing today, but as for cleaning it, I'm not worried about keeping this pretty. It's got a big motor, a Maxx 8 ESC, a 25 kilogram servo. Not the fastest in the world. It does the job. Sounds tight, that does. It's not tight though. Sounds it. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Don't know. It doesn't sound very good, that. But the mesh is fine, the motor's good, everything in there's good. Let's stick the wheels on it and see what happens. It's got two options, hasn't it? It can work or it'll break. pop these wheels on, and then come on, struggling to put a wheel on here. There we go. Maybe it'll bed in. It'll bed in. That's what they say, isn't it? But yes, it does need a wash. It goes out in the mud. It has a play. It comes back. It gets oiled. I spray GT85, or if I haven't got any of that, I use WD and give it a spray in on all the bearings. But yeah, this one doesn't get a good wash. Very rarely. If we're doing an event or we've got a meet or something, oh, just knock my tea over. If we're doing a meet where we're all going out and there's going to be loads of people there, then yeah, sometimes I will give it a wash. But most of the time, just abuse. That's all the Maxx gets. Thierry, belted. These are belted, the tyres. I don't know if you're talking. Matt Hurst, hello Matt. Thank you for joining. Tonight I have been fixing the Traxxas Maxx. It is my very much abused truck that doesn't normally get love, it only gets repairs that are necessary. And then it just gets sent. So today it has had a new drive shaft because we broke the stub axle, and it's had the centre diff thickened up quite a lot because I couldn't do wheelies with it. Well, I could do wheelies with it, but as soon as the front end come up, all the power went there and it would drop back down again. So I didn't like that. I like the Maxx to be able to stand up on its back wheels and go for as long as I want it to go. So I've almost locked it. Matt, last week you was fitting a new motor, right? Yes, I was. Not to this though, to the X-Maxx, which is over there, which I'll show you in a minute if you like. Yes, I was fitting a TP motor to the X-Maxx. And it works very well. Although I do need to just have a play around with the gearing on that, but I either need slightly lower gearing or better fans. But to be honest, the speed that it was doing, it doesn't really need to be doing that kind of speed, so I'll probably gear it down. Because it's an X-Maxx, it doesn't need to be doing 60 miles an hour. That's just mental. There's no need for your X-Maxx to go that quick. Now I believe this is geared quite high. This is good for a bit of speed, but this has got a Max 8 in it and this massive surpass motor. That motor is nearly the same size as a stock motor on an X-Maxx. Sorry, Matt. Gotcha. I've recently rebuilt the rear diff in the Baja with some million weight oil. Made it so much better to handle. Yeah, and the rear diff. So you've pretty much locked your rear diff then. A million weight. Because I've got this 500, half a million weight that I put in, I think I put this in the centre of the Asuga. Because that thing just likes to spin away loads of power to the front end. And that made it a lot better for putting power down. Okay. Are we good? Apart from flicking dust in my face, that seemed okay. Well, I know what you're going to want to see now. You're going to want to see it work. Well, the centre diff's definitely tighter. Let me move some stuff and I'll turn you around and you can have a look. Let's turn you all round a bit. Like that. Is that better? You can see what's going on over there. Oh, stay to me now because I've been working on that bloody truck. It's only a little bit of dust. It won't kill us. What you're saying, Matt? Yes, almost locked. But only as it's rear wheel drive. Ah, yeah, it helps. Yeah, I get what you mean now. I have that with the Slash, that one there, because that's rear wheel drive. And if it's loose, I get what you mean. You pick up that one wheel and that's it. All your power just goes to your loose wheel. So yes, I understand. Right, let's move some of these things out of the way a bit that we've had on the go. Okay. Shall we see if we can make... It is loud. I mean, I know it's all metal gears, but... It definitely wheelies better anyway. It ain't going to flip itself over, is it? It ain't going to flip itself over. We almost done a backflip. What can I use just to kick it up there a bit? Maybe it might do it. I might be able to crash into it and do a flip. Maybe. Haha, quality. Well, I'll keep attempting this until I land a backflip or it breaks. One or the other is going to happen. So let's try. Does that count as a flip? It almost done a flip. Kinda did. So it just wants like a little kicker just to get it up, doesn't it? It does just want a little kicker. What have I got over here? Anything? Will that work? Will that work? I'll put that there like that. I don't know if it'll work or not. Failing this, I'll just get a ramp out. Thierry, message retracted. Oh, I don't know what you've done there, Thierry. Should we hit this? Should we do it? We're going for a backflip. Oh, come on. It's got to be doable. The X-Maxx done it. Just hasn't got the rotation. It's definitely better though, because it wouldn't even lift the front end before. There we go. It done a backflip. I'm winning. It did a flip. It did a flip. Right, well there we go. Mission accomplished. We'll have a little tidy up. And then I suppose we'll get going. Matt, yeah, that counts. Cheers, mate. As long as you're happy with that. You can't knock the effort, can you? I did give it a good go. I did try. Sure, yeah, let's move some of these tools back into my bag. And then we'll have a little clean, and then I'll be gone. And as I say, I have got a video coming out on Friday. That's going to be with the Hebeo. I took the Hebeo out. I've not played with the Hebeo for ages, so I thought, oh, I'll take it out. And then when I got it out, I was just thinking about the Hebeo, and I thought, is there a cheaper car that is as good or better than the Hebeo? So I've looked online for pricing, and you can buy a ready-to-run Hebeo SSTE, which is what mine is, for £460. Now, £460 for a 6S 1/8 scale truggy with Hobbywing electrics and good radio gear, I think is a bargain. And then I was thinking, well, you know, the equivalent armour is a good few £100 more. I mean, forget traxxas, that's a lot more. Yeah, I mean, apart from maybe the Team Corrali Spark or the FTX DR8, I can't think of anything else in that price range that gives you a decent 6S truck. Epic. Absolutely epic. So yeah, I went out with the Hebeo to give that theory a test and just have a little think to myself, and to ask other people if you know of anything 6S that's cheaper than 460. What have we got going? Terry shows the vehicle from a closer camera view. Show us the vehicle. What, you want to see the Maxx up close? It's an old battered Maxx. What vehicle is it you want to see? Yeah, that counts. Wayne, Tiana, you'll have to start the hobby now. Yep, I'm going to have to get her in. She's going to have to start helping more. I might get her out and just get her to come and do filming. Have I unplugged that? Yeah, that's unplugged. That can be turned off. So my X-Maxx does need a bit of a clean. Here's the X-Maxx with Woody on it. Matt, I've got one of the first Hebeo Hyper ST Nitros. Yeah, I've got a Hyper 7 in bits in that box under that table. And the other is converted to brushless. I'm going to put a Maxx 8 G2 system in that. It's a brilliant thing to do. It really is. I'll show you. Just chuck that down there. My Hebeo. So this has got the Maxx 8 G2 system in it with the full censored 2250 kV motor, and just a cheap servo, cheap 25 kilogram servo I think in this as well, one of those DS Pros. Can't remember if it's 25 or 30. Well, it might be a 30 kilogram servo in this. But yeah, for the money, I bought this as a roller. It was the cage truggy when I bought it, and I converted it to the SSTE. But yeah, for the money, less than £500 with the full Hobbywing system in it and all the radio gear and everything, less than 500 quid, a full 6S truck. I don't think you can beat it. They're reliable, they're fast, they're durable, there's parts and upgrades everywhere if you want them. I've done not a lot to this, it's mostly stock. It's got one of these, I think it's a phase 1 bumper on the front. It's really flexible, but it's just to help try and protect the front. Stock diffs, Matt, stock diffs, no. Yes, mostly. The front one is stock, the centre one is stock, the rear one I've got hardened steel ones in there, but they're cheap, they're like £20 for the full hardened steel internals. I was worried the Maxx 8 might be too much for them. What pinion gear combo? Well, this, I run this on 4S. Every time I've put this on 6S, the tyres explode, like aggressively explode. I've had this up to 65 miles an hour. It's on the channel. If you look through, there's a video called Speed Demons. I think it's something like that. And I go out with this and the Asuga on 8S to see which one's fastest, this on 6S or the Asuga on 8S. The Asuga does a good couple of passes. The tyres hold up okay on that. And on 6S with this, stuff explodes. 4S, I done a speed run the other day on 4S with this, and it was doing 53 miles an hour. 53 on 4S. The pinion in here, I can't see a number on it, but it's this big. I can give it a quick count for you if you want, see roughly what it might be. It's hard to count though on these. I'll start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I bet that was exciting to watch, wasn't it? Me counting to 18. 18 teeth on that. So that's an 18 tooth pinion. Standard centre diff, standard spur gear on the centre diff. Everything else is standard. Yeah, everything is standard apart from hardened gears in the rear. And yeah, 53 miles an hour on an 18 tooth. To be honest, you'd struggle to get more than an 18 tooth on that. I mean, you might be able to wiggle it a bit, maybe get a 19 or a 20. But it goes really well, very well. As I say, there's a video coming out Friday where I take it out and just give it a good rip around. But there is loads of footage on my channel with me bashing this. And even if you look on the channel and you see the caged buggy, the caged version of this, that is this truck. Same power system, same servo. I just changed everything over. I liked the cage. I did like the cage because the cage gives you a good, when the cage is on, it gives you a good tower to tower brace, which this doesn't have. But because you've got the tower to tower brace, you don't have the tower to chassis braces. So you don't have the ones that go down in the middle to the chassis. And a couple of times I did bend the original chassis. So I got an SSTE chassis and I had to change the centre drive shafts front and rear. I think that was it. That's all you need to change. And in here somewhere I have got, yeah, there's the cage that was on it. So it's the same length. So that's how it did look. The cage buggy. So I like the look of that more than the SSTE look, but it was difficult to get batteries in and out of, and you constantly had to fold it forward. It was on a hinge, but cool, but not really practical, especially when I'm running dirt and everything else. Matt, I think it might have been a caged buggy video that brought me to your channel whilst researching the Hebeo ST. Nice, good, good. I'm impressed with it, I really am. I think the whole platform itself, whether it be the truggy, the buggy, they even do a monster truck, I forget what that's called, but I have seen it when we've been to a couple of the meets. Somebody did have the monster truck, and they are awesome. They are awesome. I mean, I have thought about sticking, my bodies are down here. So this is a very old Hyper 7 buggy body, because I've got the Hyper 7 in the drawer under there. And I've thought about possibly doing a buggy conversion on it. Sort of weird looking buggy style thing, but don't know. I quite like the full bodies that go on them. What's that? You've got that shell. This one, classic, mate. Classic from the old Nitro. Still smells of Nitro. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Really do. But yeah, for the money, these can't be beaten. They're a very good thing. A very good thing indeed. Right, what time are we at? How long have we been on? Oh my God, we've been on over 2 hours again. I get carried away on these lives. Start chatting to people, start wrenching. Just, I could lose days stood here chatting to people and messing around with RC stuff. But I am running out of tea. So everybody, say goodbye to each other. And again, if you're not subscribed and you're still in the chat, come on, man, subscribe, help me out. Watch some videos, watch some shorts, hit likes on all my things. But yeah, I'm going to be off. Look out for the video coming Friday. And I'm going to try and do more lives over the weekend, possibly. So look out for them. Yeah, good evening, Wayne. Good night, everybody. And good night, Craig. That's it. We're done. I'm going upstairs. I need more tea. Thanks for your time. No, mate, thank you for staying. I'll be in touch with you tomorrow, Wayne. But yeah, thanks for your time as well, mate. Time is precious to us all. And I'm honoured that people stay and people chat and comment. And you, Reese, nice one, mate. Later. Have a good one. Still pulling leaves out of this. It wasn't washed that well, was it? It's mostly washed. Right, thank you all. I shall see you all again soon. Look out for my videos. Make sure you like and subscribe and all the stuff. Thank you very much. See you soon. Ta-ra.